In this video, we take a look at the Intertap Faucet system from Keg King, and that's coming up next. How's it going? My name's Brian. I'd like to welcome you to the channel. If this is your first time here and you'd like to learn more about electric brewing, see product reviews like this one and all sorts of other home brewing related stuff, consider subscribing, and if you do, click the bell so you don't miss the next video. Full disclosure on this, I did receive one of these faucets from Morebeer to do a review on. I didn't pay for it. They sent it to me for review along with all of the attachments. Let's jump into the review. So the interesting thing about the Intertap faucet is that it is a forward sealing design. Now you might ask yourself, what is that? And I'll explain it to you. Bear with me for just a second here. I'm gonna get kind of technical, but this is a regular faucet, and this is something like what you would get with your tap kit when you buy one. It comes with a slide in it, and this slide has an O-ring in it. Well, this slide actually slides in and out of the body, and it makes contact with the housing on the inside and seals that way. So the problem with that is when you have your keg faucet, all of the liquid is back here. So all of these components inside have all of that liquid that gets dried up, gummy, and then these things freeze up and leak and cause you all kind of problems. Now the Intertap faucet is what's called a forward sealing design, as I said just a minute ago. And what's nice about that is that all of the liquid and everything stays behind the nozzle. And the way that it does that is, I'll take it apart here and show you. It has a shuttle system in it where it has a rubber O-ring, and that rubber O-ring actually seals inside of here. And so what happens is whenever the tap is pulled, it pulls the shuttle back, and then it allows all of the beer and everything to go through. And what that does is it keeps all of the beer and everything behind this line so that all of these components stay wet with beer, and then that prevents them from actually getting gummed up and stopped up where it's not working any longer. The other great thing about those faucets is that they come with an entire system. They come with a growler filler, and that's a hose barb that screws up in the inside. And I show it here with a 3/8 hose on the end of it, and it works very nicely. Stick it down in the growler, pull the tap, everything works fine. They also do sell a spring with it, which I actually received from them as well. And the way that works is you put the smaller portion of the spring into the faucet, attach it to either your shank or your keg, your tower, one of the two, and then screw that in. And what happens is when you pull the tap handle, it puts resistance on that spring, and then whenever you let go of the handle, it forces it back. So that maintains a nice solid seal. That's something I had an issue with. I had Perlick faucets on my entire, I have a 4-tap kegerator, and I had Perlick faucets on every single tower. And I was having some issues where when I would walk away from it, I would come back and it would be dripping or actually even running out and filling up my drip tray. I almost lost a gallon of beer one time with that. So honestly, I had kind of almost given up on that. And recently I had been using picnic taps on my kegs. So it's a little embarrassing to have all the nice towers and everything, but I just got so frustrated with the way that the Perlick faucets were leaking all the time, and so I just kind of said the heck with it and was using that. Now I had the one Intertap faucet from Morebeer that they sent me, and I've had that for about a month, and I've used it. I had none of those issues with it at all. It's been great. No issues with it at all. It seals fine. It doesn't leak at all. Some of the other attachments that come with it are a stout, like a nitro faucet. And the nice thing about that is, a lot of times you have to buy another faucet for your nitro beers. With this Intertap system, all you have to do is just switch out the nozzle. It's got the plate in it so that it provides the resistance for the nitro to be pushed through it, so you don't have to buy another faucet. One of the other things that it comes with is the ball lock fitting. And I was a little scratching my head when I first saw that, but then if you have a Blickman beer gun or something like that, you can actually hook that nozzle, put that attachment in the nozzle, and use your beer gun right out of the faucet rather than having to open up your kegerator and have the line running through there and all that stuff. So that's a really good plus with that. And on top of being able to hook it to the tower, it also increases the length of hose before you get to the Blickman beer gun, which reduces the pressure and actually prevents even more foaming than what it would normally. I'm pretty sure Morebeer played a trick on me when they sent me one of these faucets, because I really enjoyed it so much that I actually ordered 3 more of them. I'm going to replace all of the rest of my faucets with the Intertap system, and it's just very nice to be able to use them and not have to worry about them leaking your beer out. It is that time of year, and they come in a nice little box, which makes a perfect stocking stuffer for a brewer on your list. The other plus to that is if you give one of these for Christmas, there's a good chance that you'll be pulling that tap and trying some of their homebrew in the future. Question for you, what type of faucets are you using right now, and what are you looking to upgrade to? Let us know down in the comments below if you're thinking about getting into kegging. I've had some questions recently about doing some different kegging videos, some how-to videos and whatnot. So leave a comment down below and let me know if you're interested in that type of content. I can certainly do something. I've had a lot of trials and tribulations with it, so I'm not an expert with it, but I can certainly do a video and share some more tips and tricks with that. Until the next video, this has been Brian for Short Circuited Brewers. We will see you next time.